I'm Amy Beleson. I'm here in lovely Bend, Oregon for the Bend Film Festival, and we're here with Danny Daneau of the film The Attic Door. Danny is the director of the production. Hi, Danny. How are you?
Very good, very good. I'm glad to be here.
Good. And how do you like Bend, Oregon?
I love Bend. It's actually my second time here because I was here in 2005 for the film festival with a short film, and I'm not just saying this because we're in Bend now, but I remember coming back and actually talking to Eric after coming back from the festival, saying that was one of the greatest film festivals I've ever been to. Not only it's a great festival in there, it's well coordinated, but this area is just so beautiful.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Very happy to be back.
Good, that's great. So, my second question for you is in doing the film, what I understand from my research is that you were actually kind of dealing with some of your own childhood fears. Can you tell me a little bit about those fears and also how you were able to tackle them in creating this movie?
Yeah, it was kind of. I always kind of start from both. Most of the projects I've been worked on usually start in childhood some way, and I kind of that turning point when you start to the fantasies of childhood start to blend with adolescence and hormones and everything that kind of start to charge in, and there's this war that happens inside a child's head, and so I always like to start from that point because it's just fascinating as a writer, and I kind of was looking back at that time and. I was really a traumatized kid when it came to fears. Every kid kind of has afraid of a boogeyman or something under the bed or in the closet, but I was just really scared of mainly mirrors. That was something that really got me. I didn't have any mirrors in my room till I was probably 15 because I was afraid if I looked in the mirror I would see a ghost.
Wow.
I don't know where I got that. Maybe it was a movie, but and then I would keep my blinds.
I was scared to look out my window.
Okay, well, I actually was.
At night.
Me too. But mainly because I could see my reflection, so I'd keep that down.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was one small period in that span where it was so bad that I'd have to like chant happy thoughts because if I stopped saying things like Mickey Mouse, Disney World, I would get scared. I would think something scary, and then I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I would do that until I fell asleep. And you know, I know most kids are scared of things, but I thought there was something there that was maybe a little more traumatic. It might maybe linked to something that happened to me, and so that was kind of the goal of the script was let's make a small movie, two characters, one location, but let's really think about what was happening there and explore. Not make a scary movie, but make a movie about fear.
Now, how did your fear of looking in mirrors manifest itself in the film? So, is that the attic door?
In a way, there actually is literal. There's there's a moment in the film where all the mirrors in the house have been shattered,
Oh, wow.
and so that I
Must
literally
have felt
do.
good, huh?
Yeah. It was kind of a way of kind of getting back at that moment in my childhood. But the attic door is the answer to when we went searching for what it was. What is this thing? And what is it that's universal that maybe ties us all? Because I don't really think we ever outgrow those fears. I feel like they're kind of all around us all the time, but maybe we just become more logical about it. But if you really, sat down and think, I think they kind of always haunt us, and it's kind of universal. And the answer to what we found when we really started looking into it is what's behind the attic door.
Okay. Well, I'll think about that one. But what was it like working with the two kids? Because you have a cast that is under age 10, is that right?
That's right.
They're all very young. So tell me about maybe the casting process and kind of the way that it unfolded.
Yeah, it was the most important thing for us to get the casting right because we knew it was the biggest challenge. It's a feature film with two actors. If they weren't kids, that's a huge weight for any actor to have to hold. Is the weight of a feature, just a very demanding. And the fact that it's kids is even more. So we saw hundreds of kids, and we worked with a casting director out of Los Angeles who our producer helped coordinate. She's actually going to be here. Our producer's going to be coming in for the festival. And we saw hundreds and hundreds of kids, and by the grace of God, we found these two amazing kids. And what I was really looking for wasn't so much that they were really great actors, but they had these really vivid imaginations. And the biggest thing I would do is that when I talked to them, I'd find out if they had fears, if they still were scared at night, because that meant like it hadn't totally shut off
Yeah,
yet.
and it'd be more real for them.
It'd be very real for them.
It.
And they were both 10 years old, both
Wow.
Madison Davenport and Jake Johnson. They were both 10 years old. They actually she's supposed to be 3 years older than him in the film, and she
Wow.
looks it because she's obviously
Yeah.
grown a lot more. But the thing about working with a child actor is when you can get them there and really get them to be truly in the moment, it's unlike anything any adult actor can do because they're not pretending to pretend. They are truly there, And so we found these two kids. We felt like, yeah, I think we can really get them there. They're not I'm not quite sure how good if they are as actors, but they're great kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so we'll work on that.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. So I am going to ask you the question that everyone wants to know. Danny, what is behind that attic door?
Yeah, you'll find out tomorrow. It's Friday at at 3 p.m. at the Regal 5, and then on Saturday at 3 p.m. The Sisters Movie House and Sisters.
That's great. You heard it first here at Roll 35. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.